It's Saturday and we've got a belter of a menu to kick the weekend off in style. There's a spicy barbecue chicken dish, the ultimate toad in the hole, some Welsh cakes, and that's just for starters. You're not going to want to miss this one. Come on inside. Morning. Are you coming in then? Good morning. Let's get started by introducing you to some of our guests today. What a show we've got lined up for you today. First, the multi-award-winning original Pub Landlord is in the house. And who better to join me in cooking for him than my local pub landlord from just down the road, Lenny Carr Roberts, is in the house. He did have to travel far, but this man did travel far from the Michelin star restaurant in Asir in Wales. It's Chef Gareth Ward joins us too. And we've got all this to look forward to too. Food writer Celia Brooks makes two stunning dishes out of this season's star ingredient, the humble British asparagus. And if you're after the perfect bottle of wine to enjoy with a barbecue, Oz Clark's your man. He's trying out some of his favourites, along with some magnificent magnums of rosé. And everything you need to know about seaweed and more. Edinburgh forager Fiona Houston shares her love of the wonderful weed. First up, you'll find all the details of today's recipes as well. Up next, I'm diving into the wonderful world of seaweed. I'll see you after this. Welcome back. Now, if you're wondering why he is dressed like that as a shark, he's not impressed with it either. it's a tenuous link into our next item, randomly, because sharks love seaweed. It's the first I've heard. Anyway, it's the superfood loaded with natural vitamins and minerals. So why aren't we eating more of it? Here to educate us all on the wonderful ways to enjoy seaweed and the benefit it has to offer. Here's forager and co-founder of Mara Seaweed in Edinburgh, Fiona Houston. Great to have you on the show, and welcome to my house.
Thank you very much.
So tell me about the business then. It's based obviously in Scotland. Tell me about the ethos of it.
Well, our ethos is nourish body and soul. So this is all about bringing the outside and the amazing health and nutrition and flavour benefits of seaweed onto your plate in a way that's easy for you to use.
What have we got here, first of all? These are a couple of the different types of seaweed that we're going to reconstitute in water first. This is if people buy it. How do you get it to this stage, then? We've got a few pictures coming up.
So we have a Crown Estate licence to harvest up in the East Nook of Fife, up near St Andrews, and we take our harvesting crews out on the lowest monthly tides, and very carefully choreographed, and they go out at the low tide, they cut for 4 hours, and then it comes back into our factory in Edinburgh, and then it gets dried within hours of harvesting. So the seaweed that you see here is as fresh as anything that's fresh.
Is that the key to it, to dry it as quick as possible?
Well, it's low temperature dried, so all of the nutrients and the flavour are locked into the seaweed. So when you are using it in your food, that not only does the flavour come out, you're also getting all the nutrients as well. So, for example, we've dried this very carefully, so actually this white powder here is actually umami powder. Yeah, it's amazing.
So what type of seaweed do we have here?
So this is a we call it kombu. It's like the equivalent to it is a kelp, which the Japanese know as kombu, and there's all sorts of different kelps, but kombu is a generic name for all the kelp species, which is a big
kombu and that, don't you?
Kombu is the one the long one that we've seen in the picture. Okay, so to reconstitute this, we're going to reconstitute this one. So
this is like the Blue Peter moment. We can put that.
So you would use this for, I mean, what would you use this for?
This goes in dashi for me, and so it's basically...
Which is like a flavoured stock.
It's a mother stock of just about every single thing we make in the kitchen. So we don't make a chicken stock or a veal stock or anything like that. Everything we make in the kitchen is made from dashi stock. And
then this is one that people will see in the shops as well, this one?
This is the dulse. This is very traditionally eaten around the coastline of Scotland and Ireland and Wales. It's a red seaweed. It used to be that in ancient times, if you had a croft with a rock with dulse growing on it, it was valued as much as a cow. So it was renowned for its flavour. So you would make, traditional soups and stews and stuff with the kelp, or you would just chew it.
and then still drying it out. But then you make it into little flakes, and you can turn it into. We're just going to run through some of the dishes that you've just got here. So first of all, we've got the dulce here.
That's the dulce. Yeah.
What have you done with it?
We've made it into a chocolate brownie cheesecake.
Well, I've got to take a bit of slice of that. You go have a little bit of that.
Do you want some of it?
Yeah. So I take it with this, you don't need to reconstitute for a cake. You just add it in as a flavour.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's better if you're putting it in something that's moist, because then all the flavour and the texture is changing. But that goes into a cake, and all the flavour's coming out into the cake.
But you do this. I mean, Gareth, you use this as a like a seasoning, like you were saying.
Yeah, we use it in everything. Like literally, if it can be infused into something, kombu, it will be, like you said, the umami.
Yeah.
It's just incredible burst of flavour.
It reminds me, I've tasted something like that in Hong Kong as well. When I get this chocolate and seaweed.
Yeah.
It's got a flavour all on its own, really. It's
it does.
Not sweet, that's the thing.
Well, yeah, it is. It's very iron-rich, the dulce. It goes really well with chocolate. It goes really well with savoury things like red meats. So you can make it with lamb and meat burgers. Put it in burgers.
You've got a fan there, anyway.
Yeah.
So the next one. So we've got. This is a smoked applewood smoked dulce.
Yeah. So we've taken it from that to that to this, and then we've smoked it. Yeah. This is macaroni cheese with the smoked dulce in it. And obviously, it's great just with on your seafoods. It's great just with olive oil or butter and stirred through plain spaghetti, because it's just a real flavour. If you're thinking about vegetarian smoked salmon, that's kind of what you've got there.
Absolutely fantastic. And then if dish packs a punch. Talking of patching book, Kombu Kelp powder.
Right.
We've got on here.
So this is the
Kombu Kelp flakes.
Yeah. So this is the flakes, and this is the powder, and this is a mushroom and tarragon and kombu pate.
Right.
And so it's got the flakes in it. And also what's interesting about the kelp is it acts as a natural thickener. So if you put that in the fridge for a while, it'll actually set. So it's really interesting for use as a thickener in sauces and stews and stuff. So it gives the background flavour, and it also...
Tastes fantastic, doesn't it? And like you say, thickens it up, which is normally...
When you eat that powder, it just fills your mouth.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's incredible.
It's
Just
incredible.
powder. It just fills your mouth. That's the umami.
Yeah. What have we got in here? We've got a bit of bread.
Yeah, that's focaccia with the kelp flakes in it. What's really interesting about using the kombu flakes in baking is not only is it adding flavour, the other amazing thing about the seaweed is you can reduce the amount of salt that you use in your cooking. Because if you're thinking about why you use salt, using it as a seasoning, you can season with the seaweed because you're getting the natural flavour enhancer without the major hit of sodium chloride, because the other salts in the seaweed are doing that natural seasoning effect.
And then finally, just a few more.
So this is our blend, our Shoni blend, which we've in this dish. It's a blend of sweet and salty seaweed. So we've got a sugar kelp in there, for example.
Right. This is shortbread.
And that's in shortbread.
Okay.
I love shortbread.
Tell you what, it works, doesn't it?
It's banging.
And like you say, no need to put any salt in it. And our final one, because I know you basically use this a lot. You make your own, don't you, Gareth? This one.
Which we call it furzaki in our restaurant, because the chef who makes it's called Zach.
Okay.
But furikake, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
So, Fiona, explain to us what
this is. So this is our version of furikake means Japanese
It's a rice seasoning.
It's a rice seasoning. Yeah. This is our version of it. We've taken the dulse flakes and we've mixed them with sesame and chili, and so it's really good. And we put it here in avocado. It's great with, any Asian dishes, oily fish, anything really.
So it's got sesame in it, chili flakes, that kind of stuff as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you can put bonito in it and all sorts. It's amazing.
And just to finish off, where can people get this stuff from? I'm just going to grab a little bit of butter on here, because I've spotted that behind your shoulder.
I hear you're partial to some butter.
Absolutely, yeah. But where can people get this from, really? Because people like to order it. Where can people buy this stuff from?
They can buy it from our website, maraseaweed.com, and in various retailers throughout the country.
Butter's amazing.
I'll be in touch.
Yeah, the butter is amazing. Yeah, I love the butter.
That's amazing. What's in this?
So that is our Shoni blend of seaweed. We've hooked up with a butter blender in Orkney.
And if anybody wants to know more, you've got a little book out as well.
Co-founder Zara.
That's the cookbook version.
Yeah, it's a cookbook. And then all the rest of the products are available online.
Absolutely. And if you don't believe us, look, this is it. It's already done.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be using some of this a little bit later. Thanks very much for that. It's a fascinating subject, isn't it?
Oh, man. Tell you what.
You never stop learning this.
Amazing.
Game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amazing.
I'll see you after the break. amazing.
Have you got a guest for next week yet?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, up next, I'll finish off the show with a sensational seaweed dish. That's right after this. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Now, earlier on the show, we discovered all the different ways to eat seaweed and how it inspires loads of people to create several different dishes, including myself. And this is an amazing dish that I learned from a chef down in Cornwall, a guy called Paul Ainsworth. He's a good friend of the show, a good friend of mine. And this is a kimchi. Really, really simple. And I've got some of this amazing seaweed that we've reconstituted. This is the little bit dulse over here, which Fiona's brought in. And then what I've got in here is I've got some shrimps, and I'm going to show you how to do a nice little kimchi. Meanwhile, I'm going to put you to the test, Chef. Yes. We've got some amazing sea bass over here. This is a line-caught sea bass.
Look at that.
Sea bass, absolutely
Pretty
beautiful.
special bass.
Cornish sea bass as well, because this keeps it all in the theme of it, where the recipe comes from. So I'm going to fillet this. We're going to ceviche it.
Yeah.
So over to you.
You haven't kept that in a salt cave for like 58 weeks.
Yeah, I did,
No,
yeah.
no, this is